Accurate, dependable, and late-breaking. This is local and state news on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.
Hello, Lenawee County. My name is Brian Vish, and this is the WLEN Evening News. Let's get into it. The Jackson Downtown Development Authority has launched its 2025 Summer Downtown Jackson Poker Run, offering participants a chance to win prizes while supporting local businesses. Running now through September 26, the Poker Run puts a creative spin on the classic game. Shoppers can register for free on Eventbrite and collect playing cards by visiting participating downtown businesses during regular business hours. The objective is to build three-of-a-kind poker hands. Each complete hand can be submitted for a chance to win prize baskets at each cruise-in event throughout the summer. A grand prize drawing for 2 Detroit Lions vs. New York Giants tickets will take place during the final cruise-in on September 26. Bonus gold cards, wild cards, are available with purchases of $10 or more at participating businesses. There's no purchase necessary to enter or win, and there's no limit to the number of hands you can submit. Cards and instructions are available at participating businesses or the DDA tent at cruise-ins and concerts July 25th and August 22nd. Hands can be submitted by mail, Dropbox, or in person. The DDA says the Poker Run is designed to encourage residents and visitors to explore new stores and support the local economy in a fun, rewarding way. Full details and registration are available at jacksondda.org. A lingering controversy over the names etched into bricks at a public monument in Adrian was clarified during Monday night's City Commission meeting. The issue, which has stirred confusion and speculation in recent weeks, appears to stem from a misunderstanding about the bricks' origin. During public comment, a resident addressed previous claims that the engraved names represented individuals or businesses who donated funds to the monument. The speaker said they personally visited the site and reviewed each brick, finding that the names belonged to brick manufacturing companies, not donors. Among the names cited were Logan Block, Townsend Metro, and Trimble, Ohio, entities identified as commercial brick suppliers. The resident stated that these companies were likely responsible for producing the materials used in the monument, not listed for commemorative or promotional reasons. The monument's design and funding history were not formally discussed by commissioners. No immediate actions or responses followed the comment. While the clarification may settle one part of the public confusion, the monument itself remains a flashpoint in broader debates around historical memory, symbolism, and transparency in civic projects. Whether the city will revisit the monument's history or open a formal review remains open. Commissioner Mary Roberts has proposed a new public education initiative to help Adrian residents better understand local government operations and decision-making. The suggestion came during Monday night's commission meeting, where Commissioner Roberts raised concerns about public misunderstandings surrounding policy issues. She said confusion often arises from a lack of accessible information about how the city functions. She recommended creating a video series or digital content explaining city policies, budget processes, and the steps behind commission decisions. The goal is to educate residents before misinformation spreads and to improve transparency between City Hall and the community. The proposal did not receive a vote, but several commissioners indicated informal support for further discussion in future meetings. If developed, the content could be distributed online or through local media channels. Roberts emphasized that proactive communication may reduce conflict and increase civic participation. Lenawee County has approved participation in a national opioid settlement with pharmaceutical company Sandoz, securing a one-time payment of $171,783 to support local recovery efforts. The decision was formalized Tuesday with the approval of Resolution 2025-08 during the county's Personal Ways and Means Committee meeting. The agreement stems from multi-state litigation against drug manufacturers accused of contributing to the opioid epidemic. County Administrator Kim Murphy said the funds will be disbursed under the terms of the Sandoz Settlement Agreement, which Lenawee opted into through a formal participation form. The funds are intended for opioid abatement and treatment-related initiatives. While this payment is a single installment, Murphy noted that another larger settlement is expected soon with Purdue Pharmaceuticals. During the meeting, County Administrator Kim Murphy described the settlement and indicated that the possible future settlement, stating, quote, "This particular disbursement is a one-time payment. I will indicate that in the not-too-distant future, we are also going to have a similar request, but this is to do with Purdue Pharma, and that will be a much larger settlement that will most likely expand over a number of years. Although we do not have the details behind that yet, as that is just being made known to us." End quote. The $171,000 payout will be directed to the county without restrictions on timing, though it must follow the use guidelines outlined in the national agreement. Officials anticipated additional updates later this year regarding multi-year disbursements tied to other manufacturers. The Blissfield River Raisin Festival is back for its 41st year of free family fun, running Thursday through Saturday, July 10th to the 12th. Held across Ellis Park and Bachmeyer Park, this Lenawee County favorite features live music, games, crafts, food, rides, and no admission fee, making it one of Michigan's most affordable summer outings. Special highlights include the fireworks Friday night at dusk, the Weenie Dog Race, and Battle of the Bands, a big Saturday morning parade at 10:30, plus axe throwing, tractor pulls, kids archery, a revamped kids corner, and live music from Solid Rock Missionary Church. Festival hours start at 5 p.m. Thursday and noon Friday and Saturday. Head downtown for 3-on-3 basketball, great food, and local shops. For the full schedule, visit downtownblissfield.com. Lenawee County Commissioners have formally honored the emergency responders who battled the March 2025 fire in downtown Adrian. The resolution commends firefighters, police, dispatchers, and support teams from across the region for their swift and coordinated response to the multi-building blaze. Though the fire caused significant damage, no injuries were reported. The recognition highlights the joint effort between the Adrian Fire Department and more than a dozen surrounding agencies, including township departments, county dispatch, and the emergency management drone team. Officials called the response a model of interagency cooperation, noting the professionalism and teamwork that helped contain the fire and protect nearby landmarks.
It's a privilege for me to be presenting today. As a fellow fire chief, I know exactly what these departments go through, and I do want to say Lenawee County's got a very unique situation when it comes to the fires. All the fire departments work so well together. We're one big team. Each individual department does their own thing until the big fire comes in, and we all come together and work together. And this is a great example of how this works. This was a very large fire in the city of Adrian, and it brought in almost the whole county of Lenawee and even a department from Monroe County as well. So again, my honor to be presenting. So whereas on March 15, 2025, a devastating fire erupted in the heart of Adrian's historic downtown district, threatening the safety of residents, local businesses, and treasured community landmarks. And whereas through the swift, skilled, and courageous response of firefighters, police officers, and emergency personnel, the fire was contained and no injuries were sustained despite significant damage to multiple buildings. And whereas the Adrian Fire Department led the emergency response with bravery and determination and was supported by an extraordinary group of partnering agencies, including the Adrian Police Department, fire departments from Adrian Township 7-2, Blissfield 7-3, Ridgeway Township 7-4, Palmyra 7-8, Deerfield 7-9, Raisin 8-1, Morenci 8-4, Tecumseh 8-6, Madison Township 8-8, Addison 8-9, Sand Lake 9-0, and Bedford Township, as well as Lenawee County Dispatch, the Lenawee County Emergency Management and Drone Team, and the Salvation Army. And whereas this coordinated response stands as a testament to the strength and unity of Lenawee County, a community that cares for its neighbors and answers the call when help is needed. And whereas the professionalism, collaboration, and selfless service of these departments embody the highest ideals of public safety and reflect Lenawee County's unwavering commitment to protect life, property, and community heritage. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Lenawee County Board of Commissioners hereby extends its deepest gratitude and commendation to the brave men and women who responded to the March 15th fire. And be it further resolved that their heroic actions will not be forgotten and serve as a powerful reminder that in Lenawee County, when a neighbor is in need, we stand together, strong, resilient, and united. Passed by a roll call vote of the Lenawee County Commissioners at a regular meeting held on July 9th, 2025 in the Old County Courthouse, Adrian, Michigan. I so move.
Support.
I have a resolution presented by Commissioner Unk, supported by Commissioner Martis. Discussion. Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Van Doren.
Yes.
Commissioner Unks.
Yes.
Commissioner Blanco.
Yes.
Commissioner Collins is absent. Commissioner Daly.
Yes.
Commissioner Krasny.
Yes.
Commissioner Martis.
Yes.
Commissioner Stimson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tillotson.
Yes.
8 yeas.
Resolution passes.
The resolution passed unanimously and was presented in person to the representatives of the departments involved. While ceremonial in nature, the gesture underscores the county's gratitude for public safety personnel and mutual aid systems. The Michigan Department of Transportation is bringing its Road to Restoration Clinic to Adrian on Thursday, July 31st. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the ProMedica Ebbets Center at 801 East Maumee Street. This free clinic helps residents take the next steps towards restoring their driver's license with one-on-one support from state staff and volunteer attorneys. Walk-ins are accepted between noon and 2 p.m., but space is limited. Pre-registration is strongly encouraged. Whether your license was suspended over fines, missed court dates, or other issues, this clinic can help you get back on the road legally. For details or to register, visit michigan.gov/R2R. In state news, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel is joining a multi-state coalition challenging what they call unlawful immigration sweeps by federal agents in Los Angeles. Nessel and 17 other attorneys general filed an amicus brief this week in the case Perdomo v. Nome, supporting a request to block ICE and Border Patrol from making stops without reasonable suspicion. The lawsuit follows a wave of aggressive militarized raids carried out under the Trump administration. Residents, both immigrant and non-immigrant, say the tactics have created a climate of fear, keeping people from going to work, school, or even seeking medical care. Nessel warned that the same tactics could be used in Michigan, saying, when masked, heavily armed federal agents operate with no identification, they threaten public safety and erode public trust. The legal challenge claims ICE and CPB are targeting people based on race, not evidence of wrongdoing. The amicus brief argues that these sweeps have harmed local economies, strained law enforcement relationships, and put communities at risk. Other states backing the case include California, Illinois, New York, Washington, and Minnesota, among others. In national news, travelers flying out of several U.S. airports may notice a big change at security checkpoints. The TSA is no longer requiring passengers to remove their shoes, at least not everywhere. The Transportation Security Administration confirmed this week that it's phasing in a new policy that lets passengers keep their shoes on during standard screenings. The agency says it's testing new and innovative ways to improve the airport experience while maintaining strong security standards. The update began quietly on Sunday and was shared in an internal memo sent to TSA officers nationwide last week. The rule only applies to those who clear security without triggering alarms. Anyone flagged during screening will still be asked to remove their shoes for further inspection. The new policy is rolling out first at 6 airports, including Baltimore, Washington, Fort Lauderdale, Cincinnati, North Kentucky, Portland, Philadelphia, and Piedmont Triad in North Carolina. But passenger reports from LAX and New York's LaGuardia suggest that the rule may already be in place more broadly, with some flyers allowed to keep their shoes on there as well. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt acknowledged the change on Tuesday, sharing a DHS post and calling it big news. Shoe removal at airports became standard in 2006 following a failed shoe bombing attempt by Richard Reed in 2001. Since then, only travelers with TSA pre-check have been consistently allowed to skip the shoe removal step. Officials say this updated policy will expand over time as screening systems and protocols are evaluated. President Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this week to discuss efforts toward a ceasefire in Gaza and the recent joint strikes on Iran. The two leaders met Monday at the White House, where they emphasized their ongoing cooperation and regional security priorities. Netanyahu also visited Capitol Hill on Tuesday, facing both support and criticism from U.S. lawmakers. Some in Congress have expressed concern that the Israeli leader is pressuring the U.S. toward deeper military involvement. Netanyahu's scheduled meeting with senators was delayed until Wednesday, but he did sit down with White House Speaker Mike Johnson and Vice President J.D. Vance on Tuesday. Johnson issued a statement praising the U.S.-Israel alliance, saying their cooperation in the recent 12-day war with Iran had severely weakened the Iranian regime. Netanyahu echoed that sentiment, telling reporters that the coordinated response has opened new possibilities for peace. He said Israel remains focused on eliminating Hamas, securing the release of hostages, and reshaping the future of Gaza. Both Trump and Netanyahu also reiterated their controversial support for relocating Palestinian civilians out of Gaza, an idea widely condemned by the United Nations, human rights groups, and several U.S. allies. Trump said neighboring countries have shown great cooperation on the matter, while Netanyahu claimed they were close to reaching relocation agreements with multiple nations. Palestinian leaders have sharply rejected the proposal. Mustafa Barakouti, a senior political figure, called the plan misleading, pointing out that displacement under bombardment and starvation cannot be considered voluntary. Netanyahu's meetings in Washington continue this week amid growing global scrutiny and calls for de-escalation. Let's take a look at the weather now here in Lenawee County. Tonight, it's a warm and clear evening across Lenawee County. From 5 to 11 p.m., skies will stay mostly sunny to clear, with temperatures gradually dropping from 85 to 71 degrees. Humidity will climb from 46 to 77%, but no rain is expected. Winds will stay light out of the northwest at 1 to 6 miles per hour. UV levels will drop off entirely by sunset, and cloud cover remains light. Friday, expect partly cloudy skies in the morning, becoming cloudier by afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, but chances remain low at 15%. There's a high near 87 with light winds from the south-southwest. Humidity rises to 65% during the day. Overnight, skies remain partly cloudy with a low of 70. Rain chances increase slightly to 24%, with humidity up to 82%. Looking ahead, Saturday will be partly cloudy and hot with a high of 90 and a low of 70. A 21% chance of rain with breezy south-southwest winds. Sunday, scattered thunderstorms possible, especially in the afternoon, with a high of 85 and a low of 63 and a 41% chance of rain. Winds shift from the west at 9 miles per hour. Monday, a return to sunny skies with highs near 87 and lows around 65. Rain chances drop to 17%. Tuesday, mostly sunny and hot with a high of 90 and a low of 68. Just 12% chance of rain with light winds from the southwest. Expect a warm and sunny stretch to the end of the work week with storm chances peaking on Sunday. Temperatures stay in the mid to upper 80s with Monday and Tuesday looking ideal for outdoor plans. Here's today's sports update. A local runner who just so happens to be the principal at Adrian High School, Sam Skeels, recently completed the Western States 100-mile endurance run, which is considered the world's oldest 100-mile trail race. The run begins in Olympic Valley and ends in Auburn, California. He completed the race in 26 hours and 8 minutes, earning a sub-30-hour bronze belt buckle for his efforts. In Little League Baseball, on Wednesday, hosted at Tecumseh's Mitchell Park, Plymouth Canton beat Tecumseh 4-2. Ash Carleton over Clinton 17-0, and Van Buren bested Adrian 8-0. Coming up today, Blissfield will take on Ash Carleton, Hudson versus Van Buren, and the winner of those two games will advance to Friday. Tecumseh will play Friday's victor on Saturday morning. Plymouth Canton has advanced to the championship series, set to begin on Sunday morning. On Wednesday, Clinton defeated Adrian 13-4. Clinton will play Tecumseh in the championship series. If Clinton wins today, an if necessary game will happen Friday. All games are at 6 p.m. The Toledo Mud Hens battled through a high-scoring matchup, but fell to the Omaha Storm Chasers 13-7 on Wednesday night. Jace Young went 4-5 with a double and an RBI. Akil Badu homered, went 2 for 5, picked up 2 RBIs, and scored a run. The Mud Hens continued their 6-game road series against Omaha tonight at 8:05 p.m. First-time All-Star Junior Caminero homered and scored twice, and the Tampa Bay Rays beat Detroit 7-3 on Wednesday to end the Major League leading Tigers winning streak at 5 games. Detroit's Gleyber Torres doubled in the fourth to extend his on-base streak to 22 games, the longest active streak in the majors. It matched his career high, done twice for the New York Yankees, most recently last August. The Tigers are off today before starting a home series with Seattle on Friday. Tarek Skubal is set to pitch, giving him an extra day of rest before the All-Star game. And that's it for the WLEN Evening News. I'll see you tomorrow, Lenawee. Have a good evening.
Count on WLEN, Lenawee's local news station, to keep you informed with accurate and dependable information 24 hours a day.